What's up, guys? It is Lord Yahashaya, also known as Lord ENXI, the artist formerly known. And today we're going to be talking about know thyself, and thou shalt know God in heaven and earth. So we're going to invite everybody in here. Let's get the music going. What's up, y'all? What's up?
Y'all ready to go?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Share this video. This shit about to be raw. We about to really go into, you know what I'm saying? We going into know thyself, the divine remembrance, the time of the divine remembrance, the decoding of time, biblically, the prophecies. This is also known as a series called the Tablets of X, talking about the tablets of your DNA and the various religious texts that we left and encoded to come back to, so that way we can come and unlock your DNA. So now it's really time to get into some real scholarly shit. Okay, we're going to be going into the book of Ecclesiastes, which Ecclesiastes is a class of scholars. Okay, so we're going to get into some stuff. We're going to break down a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. So know thyself. So everybody come on in, share this video, share this video. Let me see if I can get some more of y'all in here. Hopefully you're having a great day. Enjoy the music. Hopefully they don't block the music. Come on in, come on in. Thyself, and thou shalt know. First in God. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. And thou shalt know the universe and God. Try to get y'all in here. So we going in. This is not about religion. This is we going into it, everything in its original context, in its original form, from the star nations, from the star capitals as been given unto me by the celestial beings and hierarchies of the universe. I come to bring thee the celestial knowledge and information for your college. In the university universe, I come to kick the various degrees of the universe. Live and direct. This is not a motherfucking channel. Welcome to the motherfucking broadcast. Criminal minded because our thoughts are illegal. Are y'all ready? Don't mind me. I'm the highest priest on earth. I've been smoking. We got the bowl packed right here. Try to get as many of y'all in here. All right, what's up? What's up? The universe and God. Know thyself. All right, we're gonna go into some real deep occult shit too. Everybody give this a thumbs up, hit it with the lights, hit it with the lights. We need all this energy. Let's create this cipher. Y'all already know how we do now. We create a sphere, a learning class right now for us. Let's create this within our space right now. Give it big ups, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We about to go in. What you believe is God Almighty. Exactly, it's all in time. Y'all activating at a certain time. This all is written. Some of us are ahead of time. Some of us are placed here at Pacific time and things like that. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? All right. Thank God. All right. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Oop. That tends to happen sometimes, guys. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want everybody to relax their brains before we get this this information uploaded and downloaded through your neocortex to unplug you out the motherfucking matrix right now. So I'm gonna spit this shit like a prophet, and when I say I spit this shit like a prophet, you're gonna find out why. So know thyself. Know thyself is the expression that is known in the Suda. The Suda is the chronology of the earth. Okay? It is said in Latin, Noience te imposium. Know thyself. As it is in the story of the demigod Prometheus, when he rails the Olympic gods and against what he believes is to be injustice, as he is bound to the cliffside by Zeus, king of the Olympic gods. The demigod Oceanus comes to Prometheus and reasons with him and cautions him that he should know thyself. He should nuance te imposium, know thyself, and that he should know better to speak ill of the one who decides the fate, and accordingly, perhaps he should know his place in the order of in the great order of things. So know thyself. In order to know thyself, you have to be able to tap into your DNA. You need to know how to tap into tachyon energy. Tachyon energy is the golden energy that is within your body that comes within your soul matrix. Okay, so when you're tapping into tachyons, you are tapping into various things that were placed and pinpointed in various places and times, because there is nothing new under the sun. Sarah, you are a son of what? The sun. As you go through the information cycle, as you incarnate through the sun, you have people who incarnate who are the shadow form. They incarnate through the moon cycle. Then you have those who come to kick the knowledge to transmute that information through the sun. So I need all 13 people to share this video. 13 people to share this video. So this is the tachyons time sequence and remembrance codes of what is known as deja vu. I'm gonna do another video because I didn't get to really tap in too much into the deja vu thing, because there's also gods and goddesses of deja vu and stuff like that. So Ecclesiastes 1:9, okay, 1:9. Y'all will notice in the Bible that it has 1 and a point and a 9. That means in the decoding text or the deciphering, it's time. It is telling you that when they wrote it at a certain frequency at a certain point of time. So that's why when you look at biblical text, you can see 1 time, the 2 dots, and the number. This is how you decode, guys. Okay, so what has it says in Ecclesiastes 1:9 to 11? What has been is what will, and what will has been done, and what will be done has nothing new under the sun. So what was, will, and always shall be. Thank you. So what was, will, and always shall be. There is nothing new under the sun. Sarah, the sun is the key tool to cellular and solar regeneration of memory. Ra, okay, when it says son of the sun, it says Ra, which is radioactive frequencies that you absorb via your melanin and via your pineal gland and the various energies in your body when absorbing the sun. This is what activates gene X, which causes you to mutate. So when they talk about Ra, when you are embodying Ra, you are embodying that mutation process, that alchemical process, okay, Mu, all right, is dealing with the celestial energy of Ilmu, which is the house of the stars. So as humans are made out of stardust that hit the earth, out of a particular being in this form from the mud, thus you are using the sun and the solar energy to activate those parts of your DNA, which activates divine memory, which activates the tachyons in your DNA, allowing you to access your memories. Okay, so it says, is there a thing of which is said that this is new, as it has already been in the eyes before us? There is no remembrance that is former, that nor will be any remembrance of the later, and yet there has been among those who after. It is time. Your DNA is activating and mutating. The prophecy is that it is being fulfilled. And it says, in the last days it shall be, in the last days it shall be, as in the Bible they put God, but in actuality it says on, who declares, I, Ea, will pour out my spirit on all flesh. In the next part speaks about the survival of the next race of super children. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Old men and everyone will see visions, for it is time. He has made everything beautiful in time. It says he puts eternity in the man's heart, which is the heart chakra, which is also key to unlocking parts of yourself from time. Your heart chakra, because as you grow older in this lifetime, you start to accumulate information in certain chakras. So certain things like such as your childhood are in your root chakra, certain things such as your teenage years in certain chakras, and then love is in the heart chakra, which is what is the most memorable thing in the universe, love. Okay, can I get everybody to share this video? Thumbs up if y'all resonate with this information. Okay, with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to listen. So it says, so that he cannot find out the secrets of On and from the beginning to the end. When it talks about the beginning of the end, it is talking about a dimension of time, a certain point in time where we begin to awaken. So it says, it is so before you, where it says, it is so before you were born, I consecrated and I appointed you a prophet to the nations. When it talks about the nations, it's talking about the star nations. It says, I have been appointed as a prophet of the star nations to come and bring you this information. So it says, for I am the appointed one, and for I have written this book. For your eyes saw unto me unformed, the substance. It is talking about matter, the DNA, which that I have formed. And many other star seeds and star nations come to form that matter and that substance from that star dust. So when it talks about incarnations, I get into incarnation. I incarnate into a carbon body from a star nation. Thus, I can keep the cycle and the evolution of the information on Earth to continuously cycling going. This is the Ouroboros, as I say continuously, and this is the cup that is running over, the gene pool. So it says the substance that is talking about DNA, and them in the days that were found for me when it was yet there was none, and for them, God of time, God is time. Know thyself. Okay? So when you're talking about know thyself, it's talking about know your place in the universe and also know who you are. So as certain things are placed in a position for certain levels of consciousness in certain degrees. Okay, so when certain people will come and be like, oh, I think that I'm this. Okay, there is only one person out of that star race that will actually be that actual deity. And it's the person that can fulfill the destiny of that deity, because that's their destiny, because they're that deity. Get it? So certain people will come, and you have to take into account that they are blasting frequencies to you guys to confuse you of who you are. This is why they use all these big different gods when these are just titles used. Inside of your soul is encoded a name that only you know who you are. And only somebody can come and give you the keys and the tools so you can figure out. And so that way that information can unlock and flow, because information is just water. It's just like water. It just could flow. It flows within you. It flows without around you. That is the all. Okay, so you want to take a hit of this. So this is the makeup of the universe. When it talks about TMH, it is talking about Tiamat, the most high, which is the most highest place that you can incarnate on. Okay, which is Earth. Because it's physical. This is where all realms meet, collide, and you can manifest literally your thoughts into material items. Look at, we have cars, we have houses, we have buildings. This is all from the great mind, which certain people are able to tap into those certain frequencies. So know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. All right. So know thyself. A lot of us are having memories of things. A lot of us are waking up to things. A lot of us are having certain key events happening to us. okay, that are key moments for certain places in time, because we were placed here for certain places in time. There are 144,000. When it talks about 144,000, it's talking about 144,000 gatekeepers and 144,000 timekeepers as well, because they have the full remembrance. But it's as it says, right? The only way that they will know, or somebody was gonna come, and I can go deeper into this, but I'm saving the rest of this for other different things, because it says, before you were born, I consecrated you and appointed you a prophet to the nations before you were born. So some of us are born with this knowledge, and this is why they call upon certain beings. If you notice, in every culture, whatever, there's generally sometimes one or very few individuals that come with a certain level of knowledge, and they come born with that knowledge. So some of us come born with that knowledge, and then thus we all can come together and piece together that certain level of information. But you can't succumb to the illusion of the self. Okay? The self is technically an illusion, and you have to understand what an illusion is. An illusion is the universe's way of manipulating light. The universe itself is Ulegwa. The universe itself is a trickster. Think about it. The universe is light and dark, and even in the dark there is light. That's like kind of parallel paradoxes. So you have to understand the two poles of reality, the two base poles of reality. As you begin to expand your consciousness, more things begin to get added on, more pillars. So when you are talking about certain levels of consciousness, you got to understand certain levels of stability within those pillars. This is the Djed. This symbolizes the spine of Osiris. So you have to understand that, and you have to understand where the universe collides at, so you can keep the balance, the scales. So a lot of us are having crazy ass dreams. A lot of us are having memories of gods that you might have worshipped. You have to know. Just like there's the whole thing. There's many gods, and these are called fractals. So you could be an embodiment of a fractal. There's nothing wrong with that. You could be fucking a fairy in a body. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Just know that there are one true ones, and then there's ones that follow after them. It's various classes and degrees. But you have a key inside you that you can unlock, and it has no name. It has no speech. Because where you come from, speech is broken frequency. We speak telepathically, and this is why you see certain gray races don't have mouths. You'll see certain beings don't have eyes because they've evolved past that to where they can just use their mind to see. Is any of this resonating with y'all? Can I get some thumbs? Some thumbs. This is some deep shit. Exactly, because time has to be pointed at point A to point B. Therefore, you're creating two poles within the realities, creating point. In order for space to be created, you have to have time in order for that space to be created, because that space has to gain entropy, which is the universe's way of expression of what is empathy. We feel empathy, the universe feels entropy. So as the universe stays in one place for so long, it begins to gain resting mass, and thus it begins to kind of densify itself. And then once it's densified itself, it stops vibrating at the level or the frequency that it's accustomed to, and thus we're in trouble. So certain people like you, me, and a bunch of us come here with this certain level of information and these certain skill sets that we've learned over lifetimes. So that way when we come here, we got the hacks and the keys to the matrix. A lot of us are forefathers of certain races and things like that, and they come with that certain information. So that's why they have certain classes of priests and things like that. This is why this is what the Catholics misconstrued when they call it father. Because the whole thing about Catholic, you feel me? Those are talking about the Lyran races and the Ra-Ans, and then the lion fathers, or the cat father, or the god father, or the dog father. So these are the forefathers, the progenitors of the species, because these are the originals. They gave their seed to the earth in the beginning of all this shit. So you could say that you're a consciousness of that, but then there's going to be that one D that's going to come and be like, yeah, I am. And it's not going to be an ego thing. It's going to be I am, because I have the full unlocked knowledge, 100,000% of the information to a T. And then somebody else can come from that same star nation and come and check that too. We can actually trace your incarnation, come check that, and then also test you, because it's a school. You're in the universe. So that means that somebody from a higher realm or something in the physical will come and test you on that knowledge. And how do they test you? They test yourself. They test your ego. And this is what people don't like about Saturn, because there's a school of Saturn, the old sun, Saturn. Okay, so they come and test your ego. So they want to see what you learned, and if you can hold your patience, if you learned it. So they come and test your ego. And would they come and test your ego? Why? Debating you, or they gonna come and test your ego by simply just saying you not are or you are. But there's certain level of information that these certain beings have that are incarnated, that tells that we know that they are, or certain beings know that they are. So it's like, and you have to think, if you have to come and question it, are you? So y'all got to think. Y'all got to understand there's various frequencies and stuff like that. Time is real. Time is real. You can say time's not real, but you're experiencing it right now. Yeah, time can be manipulated, but try to break free from it in your physical body. And when you leave this realm, each realm adheres to a very set of laws. Time is one of the laws in the third dimension. Whether you want to think of it as not, it is. It exists and it does not. That is a paradox. A paradox is two things that are opposed to each other that dwell in the same space and time. That's the definition of a paradox. So people like to try to get these concepts of time exists, but you got to know what level of consciousness you're tapping into where time doesn't exist. Because there is spaces and spaces, there's spaces and no space and time with no time. But certain beings have access for those certain things. There's a certain genetic codes. Depends on your soul contract. That deals with PAX and soul contracts. So that's up to you and your star nation. So you'd have to find a representative, or you'd have to trace your incarnation to see the pattern of how long it takes you to incarnate, depending on your mission. Me, I generally incarnate every 1,200 years, and it shifts. Depends on if I'm being a fractal or a full embodiment, because some beings cannot embody. You have to say, when you're talking about I am Ra in the flesh, nigga, you're talking about you're embodying every fucking cell of the sun. Like, you can physically embody that. There's some beings that can do it, like myself, but you can physically embody that. I'm gonna need some evidence on that one. I need to know, because there's certain shit that's literally put in the greater order of things for people to know, and you're gonna come and meet, and it's like a puzzle piece. It's literally synchronized in time that somebody's gonna come and be like, hey, you for real? So, just like me, there's plenty of people that are coming and I'll be like, all right, and then I'll spit my shit. My cup runneth over, and you can't debate it, because I'm going to go and show you. Not only that, I can physically show you. So you have to understand the level, and you have to be able to reach those things. So thank you. I am planning on going live for about generally every day, or every so many days or something. Depends on how I'm able to flow. It's the kind of the way of things right now. But yeah, y'all got any questions or anything like that? I mean, we're chilling. We'll open the floor for questioning. We're trying to set this up so for YouTube too, because we got YouTube. YouTube is This Is Not a Channel. I got another YouTube called The Church of the Awakening Stars, which is in process. We got websites being built. We're about to start giving away hand wrapped jewelry and stuff, and amulets and shit too. So we doing free readings. Like, we got a lot of stuff. So I'm just trying to prepare for everything pinpoint time, so everybody can be activated while watching some of these videos. And then when you come and get a real activation from me, you already know a decent amount to how to navigate these spaces and places. The number one issue I have with star seeds is I unlock them and they don't keep going back home to get the information. You have to understand a lot of these beings are beings that you're supposed to study under in order to get the information and the knowledge that is required for your destiny. So any questions, anybody? Now would be the time to open up the floor for questioning. Know thyself. You can find out what Star Nation you're from. You can come and book a reading session with me. I have all these new ass different. You ain't gonna find no readings where a nigga can track your incarnations, find pictures of you. If y'all look at my page, I'm posting pictures of myself from various time frames that I know of and I'm tapping into. So I know you too. So I know which various time frames or whatever. And if I don't know you, then I can go find some type of people to try to figure out and piece it together for you. So I have incarnation ones. Some of these are expensive because I have to use a lot of brain plasticity to fucking travel through time to find your incarnations. So these are very high level ones that I have. How do you protect yourself or sleep? I'm gonna get into that real quick. So to find out what different star nations you come from, you gotta have to come to me because, like it says, at some point in time, it's only going to be able to go through me and people that I train to do this stuff. Because these are the head 12s of all 12 star nations, and we all come under the higher priestly classes of Earth. So this is all like divine destiny. So all of us meeting is all appointed. You being here on this live is not by coincidence, as they say and try to use the church, not by coincidence. But you feel me? So you find out Star Nation. I offer remote viewing sessions, past life readings, starseed readings, starseed DNA activations, where you actually go to these places I'm talking about. People don't even take advantage of this. I had a sale where it was like $55. Usually it's like $100 something. Now it's like $85. So, because I'm trying to make it affordable, because there's so many of you guys that I want to give you this information to. Of course you can. And it's not just the Akashic Records to find out who and what you are. Okay, so I do readings in person. Yeah, where I live at, I do readings and stuff. I'm planning on doing a bunch of different readings. So I plan on opening like a little shop, a psychic shop. I'll be traveling. I'm a traveler. So how to protect yourself when you sleep: crystals, herbs, your mind, angels. Like there, it's limitless to what you can use to protect yourself and sleep. Get a piece of selenite. I mean, get a blue calcite. You know what I'm saying? Just looking, see what is guided to you. If you sometimes it's good to put the books down and just feel for what calls you, and then that's how you get stronger, because you learn how to use energy to make a stronger connection to the things around you and the elements around you. So let's go ahead. Yeah, how do you protect yourself while asleep? You can also seal off your chakras, various things. Yep, I tell because who I am in previous incarnations as Lord ENXI, as they say, which is just a title that I held, and that's not the sole being. The whole entire story about me and all this other stuff is different, and I try to explain it in my videos and break it all down correctly for you guys, so that way they know, because I have it like literally. I remember everything. I can remember everything and trace it and pinpoint it in time, show you about it, show you a picture of it, all types of shit. But I'm saying these for documentaries and stuff. So yeah, you can tell who you are in the spirit realm. You can go find out. Don't but you're gonna find yourself finding yourself under various names and incarnations. And that doesn't mean that's who you are. That's just the illusion or the mask that you wore and the energy source and what you did. So that's how it is, various beings incarnate. You got gods incarnated, demigods, all these things. We all just make the cycle go around, you know what I'm saying? Some higher than others, some lower than others, you know what I'm saying? It's all about knowing the place in the universe, knowing the self. All right, so any more questions, y'all? Let's see. Yeah, readings in persons. Yeah, you can tell what star nation you're from your star sign. No, it's not going to be from your birth sign or anything like that. It's not going to be anything physical that could tell you what your star nation's from. You can go inside and meditate and find out, but then at some point you're going to need help from somebody that was placed there in your path to help you. So it's like everything is aligned. It's aligned. So any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? While we chill, smoke. Oh, I'm hella high. I'm always high. I'm the high priest. We're gonna enhance remembering, and I'm gonna need y'all to start paying very close attention to what I say. So that way, well, no, I don't mind saying things more than once though, but that way you can catch it in the part I just read. I said that the sun, Ra, is the key to activating solar memory or to regenerate your cells so you can remember. And brain plasticity helps too. So, anything else, guys, before we go? Oh yeah, the false ascension matrix. That's the matrix that's tricking you to go into the fourth in dimensions of the self, trapping you in self. Because you have the beginning in the beginning of time, Tiamat was created and she was trapped in self, in the mirror. The mirror was the mirror of the dimension of time. So when she fell and all that stuff happened and the Great Wars happened, that dimension fell, collapsed, caused a shatter and a fragmentation, and thus there you go. What's a machine elf? A machine elf is a mechanical elf that works on a hypercube. You have good and bad machine elves. All elves generally work on machines. I ain't never seen an elf that didn't tinker with toys. I think that's pretty much the folklore on that one. But yeah, the machine elves, those are the ones that tinker with time. So you have a dimension of time where certain beings have access to. Not everyone can access it because some things you can access, you try to access, it will fuck you up. I'm telling you, it will shut down your body, your organs. You could die because it's not your genealogy, and that's not your level that you should be accessing. It takes longer to access that. You won't have the discipline to deal with it. And I've seen people shut down and like panic, because you imagine having all the knowledge in the universe racing in your mind at like the speed of thoughts, which is faster than the speed of light. And this has happened to me, and I'm just like your eyes be sitting there rolling and shaking and shit because you're getting literally just instantaneous downloads. As before shit gets downloaded online, you get it. World War III is about to happen. World War III is about to happen. I have posted a shit ton on World War III about certain star seeds accessing abilities, causing earthquakes, causing cataclysms, and stuff like that. They want you to think that it's all technology, but no, it's a lot of us higher beings who are connected to, who were these original beings, and they're causing things like in events to happen in order to purge the earth for the new children that are coming. This is why the representation of the 14th dimensional children that are coming, the ultra children, which are the unicorn, representing the singularity, the highest probability of human survival rate if we go into World War III, which the Star Nations are already prepared for. You doubt yourself, and that's why you can't succeed. I see little pixies at first. I thought they were insects, but they were up high. Yeah, pixies are dope. Pixies bring astral matter into the physical realm. So that's what pixies are. They're little pixels. Pixie. Why do you think they use and manipulate Pixstar? They show you the little light. Look, pixies. Then you got fairies, bad fairies. We can go into a whole video on mythological creatures and shit. That is awesome. That where certain harnessing magic for certain mythological creatures and shit too. So certain creatures on the earth have certain magics and stuff like that. You gotta learn all the classes of this shit. So that's why I say if somebody's gonna come and say they are, you feel me? They better have all the knowledge to do it. But pixies are dope. If you got pixies around you, that's a high ass frequency. Any questions? Keep kicking. This is awesome. It feels like you be sitting at the campfire and tribe. Everybody sit there. Destroyed. Parts of it destroyed. I posted about that too. So yeah, just check some of these questions. Y'all can just look on the page. I provide like a lot of information. So yeah, the U.S. is going is going to get invaded. for like the first time in like hella long. All types of stuff is going to happen. I'm gonna make videos showing y'all that this shit actually happening before it happens. So I'm just waiting for the right technology, and I'm trying to work hard enough with these readings and all the various services and stuff that I offer and all these things like that. So that way I can have money to boost up my YouTube. So that way we can take this movement bigger and bigger, and then more people can be aware of the information and things like that. And then we can find more star seeds and build star seed communities and stuff like that. And I can make documentaries and stuff, because I was a filmmaker in one lifetime, which was weird. That was crazy. I tracked my own lifetime and found where I died at is where I lived at in this lifetime. It was crazy. And I was a white guy. So for people who be on that race shit, yeah, you might have incarnated as a black guy because you were a racist white guy in your last lifetime. That's crazy. Because a lot of people be pro-melanin, but when you get into tracking incarnations, you're going to be like, oh, fuck, I was white? Yeah, that's the balance. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and eat breakfast and chill, and probably come back on later, probably write some more stuff and different things like that. I'll definitely be kicking another video tomorrow. I'm trying to kick more videos every day and upload them to YouTube. So check out my YouTube. Hit me up if you guys need starseed reading, DNA activations, remote viewing, activate certain DNA activations. But remember, certain DNA activations, you have to kind of be at a certain level in order for us to even get there, because your awareness might not even be able to catch on to that. Green dragons are also from Sirius. Black dragons are also from Sirius and Orion and various places like that. We can go into the classification of dragons at a later date too. So, any other questions more about the self? Know thyself. The self. Thank you all 19 people for not playing this. Hi niggas. For watching this. I appreciate you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and exit. And thank you guys. It's so peaceful these days. Just be sitting in. I be sitting in the libraries. I be like Dr. Strange. That's why I wear the time amulet and stuff. And I just be sitting there reading books in the astral realm. Like, all right, memorize it, download it into my brain. All right, come on, let's come back. So let's go ahead and know thyself. And this one's for the earth right here, mother. I feel you.
One of the hardest things about running a small business is prioritization. So many times we just forgot to follow up.
So guys, we can end this off with like a meditation. Yep, spinning the chakras, that helps. Thank you. Somebody paid attention to the post. I was talking about spinning chakras. Thank you. Thank you. I've been really looking to see who picks up on these things, because it's like, I can say it, but if you don't catch on to it, it might take some time for you to get that, as it said, at all times. So let's go ahead and everybody end this off with a nice, calm, relaxed meditation. I feel you under my feet. This is for the earth, and I am the Lord of the earth. And this has been an amazing, divine, celestial encounter. Mother, I feel under my feet. The great mother Tiamat, who sacrificed herself to become the earth, who we are standing on the heart of a dragon right now. I can't wait to start talking about the dragons and stuff, and that goes into Knights, Templars, time, dimensions, all that stuff. But I gotta have a large amount of people to break that stuff down for it, because I don't want it to get lost in the sauce. So yeah, man, share this stuff, spread the word about this information. This is going to be pertinent to our survival in this new age. It's 2020. We got until 2021 to get this shit together, and then until 2025 when they start breaking out internment camps. They're gonna start breaking out FEMA camps. They're gonna start reorganizing the neighborhoods, which they're gentrifying right now for all types of stuff. They're literally about to try to slip the rug from under us. So everybody be prepared. Be on your dean. Be on your square. And let's just go ahead and enjoy. Yeah.
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Mother, I hear you in the river song, eternal waters flowing on and on. Mother, I hear you in the river song, eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
So yeah, make sure y'all got y'all blunts and stuff ready. You know, marijuana is healing for the nations. Marijuana directly connects you to the star system of Sirius. It actually connects to your DNA. Within the human body, you have the cannabinoid, endocannabinoid system, which is a receptor to receive the divine messages of certain plants that have tetracannabinol within them, or CBD within them, to allow healing and regeneration of your cells within your body and regeneration of your memories. So marijuana is also a key to activating certain memories, but marijuana in a ceremonial fashion, not marijuana in a just get high fashion. So you have to get high, but you got to get on higher consciousness. When you smoke marijuana, you have to be able to ground and meditate to receive the messages from your stellar ancestors, from ancestors from afar, because every ancestor has indeed smoked the lotus plant, indeed has smoked the kush, indeed has smoked the purple. So, you know what I'm saying? It's all on your receptors in your mind, and what you can do with your mind. You can manifest a lot using marijuana. So, marijuana, you know what I'm saying? Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Can anubis. You know what I'm saying? The bus of consciousness. And on that note, peace.